but there are some things that just don't make sense to me. I've asked to video chat with Tamara multiple times, but she says her camera is broken. I mean, come on.
How often do cameras break? They don't break that often.
No. But I'm just starting to think that something isn't right. A never-ending mystery.
Like the Kennedy assassination.
Dear Neve and Max, my name is Solana, and I'm 18 years old, currently living in Ocean View, Delaware.
I've been searching for the wrong kind of love, honey.
I need your help to find someone who has become a very important part of my life over the past 5 years. His name is Elijah. He's 20 years old and lives in Minnesota.
Babe, can you hear what I'm saying? I can't seem to get through.
Met Elijah on, get this, MySpace when I was 14. My parents had just gone through a divorce, but Elijah held my hand through everything. And then we fell in love.
Hey, can you hear what I'm saying? I can't seem to get through.
As boyfriend and girlfriend, we were a dream. Then, suddenly out of the blue, he disappeared. His MySpace account was deleted, he no longer called, and I couldn't get a hold of him in any way. I felt abandoned. Had I done something wrong? For 2 years, I sat through my mistrust when out of the blue, I got a message from Elijah on Facebook. He was searching for me. We started up communication again, but I wasn't over his disappearance and didn't really trust him. How do I know that this is the real Elijah that I'm talking to? Over the years, Elijah and I have never video chatted. He doesn't have a webcam, and the last time we spoke on the phone was 6 years ago when I was 14, before his MySpace account was deleted. We now only message on a text app and on Facebook. I've recently met a guy here in Delaware. His name is Danny. He really wants to move our relationship to the next level, but in my mind, I keep thinking about Elijah and what could have been. I need to know whether I should move on with my life or potentially move forward with Elijah. Best regards, Solana. She can't shake this guy, this mystery crush.
Elusive Elijah.
Let's get her on the old horn. Solana.
Hello.
Hi. You have pretty gauged earrings there, huh?
Yes, I have two, like one on each side.
And what are you doing now in Delaware?
I work at like a salon spa.
We just read your email. We've got a lot of questions. First of all, how did you meet Elijah?
Well, we talked a lot on MySpace and messaged back and forth. He was just always giving me good advice and really like there for me when I didn't know anybody else. Our relationship just kind of grew really fast, and like I confided in him and told him all my secrets.
And then one day, he went offline.
One day I signed onto MySpace to like message him, and his profile was just completely gone.
Wow.
It just says the user does not exist. At first I was really sad, and like I kind of thought like maybe I did something wrong.
But 2 years after Elijah disappears on MySpace, all of a sudden he pops up on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. He messaged me saying, like, I used to talk to a girl named Solana, and like I'm hoping it's you, and if it's you, like reply to me. I didn't want to let someone back into my life that was just gonna walk out. And I told him to text me, but he didn't have a phone.
What do you mean he didn't have a phone?
He still doesn't.
Do you really believe that?
Not really. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, everybody has a phone.
He has a texting app on an iPod.
You are still holding on to this,
Yeah, there's a big question lingering from my past.
but you've also started dating this Danny guy.
I really like Danny, and he's good to me, which is really awesome. He's a great guy.
Does he know that you reached out to us?
Yeah, I told him, and honestly, he really wants me to be happy, so he's been supportive, which is really awesome, because most guys would be like, screw you, I'm out of here.
Inviting us to come into your life and connect you with Elijah is only gonna cause waves. Are you ready for that?
I just need to solve this thing because it's been lingering and it's been basically holding me back from committing fully to Danny, and that's not fair to him. I don't want to wonder what if about this person for the rest of my life.
We want to help you, and I want to see if we can figure this out.
That's super awesome. Thank you so much.
This cyber courtship needs to end.
Or start.
Perhaps. All right. Okay. We're gonna just, right now,
Bye,
ready? I'm just
guys.
gonna,
We're going. Bye.
All right, bye.
bye.
He made me forget about everything that was going on.
And so Elijah is like your best friend
Mm-hmm.
and your support system.
Exactly.
and your boyfriend.
Eventually, yeah. After like a month or so of us talking and feeling it out, he asked me to be his girlfriend.
And very quickly, you guys started talking on the phone.
Well, he had a house phone, so I could let him call me because I had a cell phone. But I wasn't allowed to call him because his mom was like super strict. It's like she caught me calling or whatever.
And you kind of grieved for him after he disappeared.
Definitely, yeah. That was really messed up, honestly. For him to like give me advice and tell me everything's gonna be okay, and then one day just be like completely gone. Maybe I pushed him away by like telling him too much about my life.
You don't hear from him, nothing.
Not at all.
And what are you feeling during that time?
One day I'd be super sad about it, and the next day I'd just be like ticked off. But then I would always just try to push it in the back of my mind.
So a year or so goes by where you guys don't talk.
Out of the blue, one day I get a message on Facebook from Elijah.
Do you have messages?
Yeah, we do. And you can read them and show him if you want to.
Oh wow, so this is the message he sent you,
Yeah.
reconnecting back in 2012.
Slowly but surely our communication started picking back up. And so he texted me from his app text number or whatever. And basically we've just been texting ever since.
Did you ask him what happened?
He told me his mom had him on lockdown and like took his stuff away and wouldn't let him have internet access or phone access or anything like that.
Have you ever asked Elijah to video chat?
I mean, I've asked him, but he doesn't have a webcam.
Do you buy his story?
Parts of it, yes, but there's a lot of like holes. I don't want to like accuse someone who's done such nice things for me of like doing bad stuff.
Then we did a Google search for a bunch of the pictures off of his Facebook page. And the first one that got us a hit showed up on a YouTube channel.
Oh.
Have you ever seen this YouTube channel?
No. There's a lot of videos on here. Why would he not tell me that?
I want to play a video for you. Perhaps you'll recognize his voice.
Okay.
What's up, you guys? My name is Elijah. Started a new
It
channel.
was so long
with my
ago,
friends.
I'm not like 100% sure about that being his voice.
I got a brand new camera, so I'm pretty excited.
There's a camera,
Yeah,
but you
so
can
I'm
web
very excited
chat.
to tell you that. You guys can talk to me on Skype. Just look up Elijah.proc.
Oh, okay.
Talk to me.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah. That's about it.
Why is this Elijah that you're talking to so private and hard to get in touch with when he's got a Skype?
Okay. Are you sure? Okay, go. Yeah. Do it.
Do it again, do it again.
No, just knock.
Just ring the doorbell like a man.
Ring the knocker.
Hi.
Hi,
What's up?
what's going on?
Hey, man. Are you Elijah?
No. I'm Joshua.
Joshua.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So you live here?
Yes, this is my mother's house.
Okay, cool. Got it.
You guys want to come in and meet him?
Is he in here?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he come out? I don't know. I guess we. Yeah, I guess we want to meet Elijah.
Well, come on in.
So okay.
Okay.
And I'll go get him for you guys.
All right.
I don't know what's going on. That was weird. Is he just gonna come back? I don't know.
I'm scared.
Wow. Oh my God.
Dang, you look gorgeous.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm awesome.
You didn't come up. I was like scared.
Psych.
This is crazy. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm meeting you right now.
It's insane. How's it feel to be here, actually? You weren't expecting the beer, were you?
We were expecting you.
How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm nervous now.
You're real.
Yeah.
I'm real. They're real.
Is the hair real?
Yeah, my hair's real.
Wow.
I think we're all in a little bit of shock.
That was Joshua?
Yeah, my older brother, was tending to my hair. I gotta make the mop look good.
I'm Neve.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Hey,
you.
Elijah, I'm Max.
Max.
How's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Your name is Elijah.
Yep,
You
The
guys,
whole time, it's been you talking.
I'm the one,
And this is your family's house.
Yep.
And how old are you?
I'm 20.
why couldn't you audio chat or video chat?
I have Skype with people for a while, but then that computer broke, so I don't really have a webcam for that anymore.
Well, we just saw the YouTube videos.
I didn't use like a webcam or anything for that. I bought like a really nice camera after I got a job,
But you still have your video camera, right? I mean,
No, I sold that to help pay for rent. Sucks, but
and what about not having a phone?
having fun, yeah, I just use my iPod right now, but otherwise I don't have money.
Really? Don't-
Let me see that.
I don't, yeah, it's like Generation 2,
This is what you have?
yeah, texting app, yeah, Text Plus.
Wow. And there is no camera.
No.
So far, everything we thought you were, you are.
I don't know. I'm just like kind of overwhelmed right now.
From your point of view, what happened?
It just started when I got on MySpace, and it was kind of like a suggestive person, even knowing she had my style. So it was like, you're cute, I'll talk to you. Over time, she was someone that made me feel, being myself, even and it's nice to feel that way.
When she texted you the other day, what was that about?
So I was nervous. I was like, well, is she taller than me? Type of thing, because a lot of people were like, your videos, you look taller. I'm not that tall. So I'm glad that you're the same. That was one thing I was really super nervous about.
You disappeared kind of mysteriously.
My mom and dad, they didn't really want me talking to someone who I don't know who it is.
So your mom really did pull you off of MySpace.
Yep. Basically, my next social media was on Facebook.
We definitely thought that you were not going to be you. Because you do have a lot of fakes.
Yeah, my fakes will have like girlfriends or something, and it sucks out to go on there and be like, you're probably talking to either a dude maybe or another chick, who knows?
Dear Neve and Max, I just turned 23 years old and live in Calvert, Texas. About 8 months ago, I saw pictures of a beautiful girl online and knew I wanted to get to know her more, and luckily, she messaged me back. She's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
Let me lie with you inside your love.
Get your hands off of me.
That's very sweet.
It's sweet, but there's more to life than beauty.
I'm a dad, so meeting women can really be hard sometimes. But Jasmine accepts me for who I am and says she can't wait to meet my daughter one day. She makes me feel very special.
So you found someone.
She is 22 years old
Okay.
and lives in Houston, Texas, which is only a couple hours away from me. We're both pretty busy. She works at a hotel, and she is working toward becoming a model. The fact that she's not a model, that's better than him saying, like, she's a model. Even with our busy schedules, we message each other all the time.
So there's a lot of messages.
We have talked
All right.
about meeting up.
We've talked about meeting up,
But-
they haven't met up.
Whenever it comes time, she is all of a sudden not available. I'm not interested in a fling with her. I want an actual relationship. Please help however you can.
Felipe, period.
He's 23, she's 22. That's a good start.
You're still young enough so that if it doesn't work out, it'll be okay.
I mean, I don't know why you immediately think it won't work out.
We don't have a good track record.
Let's get him on. See what he has to say. Felipe!
What's going on?
What is Calvert like?
It's a pretty small town, and everybody knows everybody here.
Do you have a kid?
Yeah, she'll be 5 in March.
Wow.
So, Jasmine knows about you being a dad and your daughter, and she's cool with it.
Yeah, she said, what happened,
She's not judging you.
I tell her a lot of things that I wouldn't tell just anybody. She tells me stuff that I think she can't tell nobody else, and when we talk, it's just like, she gets me, so it's just, everything just goes off just awesome. Something about it just makes me feel like I can be myself. I can just be me. I don't have to worry about nothing.
So then what's the deal?
I mean, I tried to meet up with her a few times. I won't hear a response for like about a good 2, 3, 4 hours. A few hours later, I got busy at work. I can't. Maybe we'll have to try again next time.
Now, when you say talking, are you guys Facebook messaging or are you texting?
How do you
on the
talk?
phone?
She just messaging because she doesn't have a phone.
Felipe.
Wait a second.
Felipe. So you've never heard her voice
No.
What 22-year-old girl who has a job
and is a model.
doesn't have a phone?
That's why I'm here.
I mean, clearly you know something seems a little off with the whole thing.
Yeah, that's why I just like, okay, I want to find out what's going on. I want to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible because I'm in the process of joining the military.
Oh,
So,
wow.
with my basic training, I want to make sure I have someone, pretty much knowing I have someone to come home to. That way I'll be able to focus more when I'm out there doing my training or whenever they send me. I do have a feeling that this could be the one that I end up spending my life with,
It's a big deal. It definitely sounds like the kind of situation I think we could be really helpful.
We can be of service.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
All right, Felipe. See you really soon, buddy.
Thank you.
Obviously, we know from previous seasons, if you don't speak on the phone, big problems.
Someone's getting out of the passenger seat. There's a lady on the left, and a guy on the right. Do you know who these people are?
I know the female.
Who is she?
You do?
I've hung out with her a few times.
Like, dated her?
Yeah.
Did you diss her?
No, she kind of dissed me.
How you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
What's your name?
My name is Alex.
Alex.
Yes.
Okay, hi. And your name?
Luis.
Luis. Good to meet you. I'm Neve, and obviously
Hi.
Max. What's funny?
I'm not laughing. I'm just
Nervous.
yeah.
Nervous. Okay.
Who's Jasmine?
Me.
You're Jasmine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then who are you?
Well, I'm his best friend. I'm here because I dated Felipe, and I found out that he was messaging Jasmine. Luis told me. I felt, really hurt. I didn't say anything. I just stopped it. He
So
didn't
you guys,
tell
wait,
me.
have you guys ever met?
No.
So let me just clarify. So when did you guys start dating?
Like in June.
So 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And according to Felipe, you messaged him.
Way before that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You had this profile for Jasmine, and at some point, you saw Felipe, you started talking.
Mm-hmm.
Then after you guys started talking, you guys started dating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've known about this profile for a while.
His Jasmine
Yes,
profile?
at the beginning, I was like totally against it. I was like, why would you do that? But he wasn't gonna listen to me.
For as long as you guys have been friends, he's had this Jasmine profile.
Yeah.
Never really cared until you found out that his fake girl profile was talking to the guy you were sleeping
Yeah.
with.
What are the chances that he randomly is...
It's a small town.
Very small
so
town.
everyone, literally everyone in town is like friends with the profile.
You've had like an 8-month, pretty romantic relationship with Felipe as a female on the internet. So why? Why
it wasn't
that?
really romantic.
Yes, it was. You guys talked about being together. You talked about like a future together.
I didn't really know him, so it was like, I'm not trying to be mean, but I didn't have no feelings. It was just like whatever.
Do you use the Jasmine profile to meet guys?
No.
So then why Felipe?
It wasn't, I don't know, it just,
I mean, are you attracted to him?
no. It's not like, no.
Are you attracted to men?
No.
Okay, because
Yeah, I know.
That's just what it looks like.
That's what it looks like
You
to me
wanted
also.
to have a relationship with
But
Felipe.
I didn't, I swear I did.
But then why?
It was just a messing game, it's not just with him, it was multiple people, and like I said, I take
Multiple people or
multiple guys?
Guys.
girls and guys. I saw it as a joke, and I guess I just got so used to it, and I was just playing along with that.
What's that?
No, I just had to walk away for a little bit. Little pissed right now. We're like 2 seconds from just going off, so I just had to walk away.
I felt like I was played with. I felt like I was just taken advantage of by my friend and the person who I was with. Because why are you sitting here messaging other girls on Facebook?
My anger's just starting to build up again, because here I am, he pretty much just told me in my face that I was a joke. just crazy right now.
Is this Dorothy ever going to meet her Oz? Dear Dave and Max, my name is Zach. I'm a 27-year-old from Wilmington, Delaware. I'm reaching out because I met a guy. His name is Garrett, and he's from Kansas. Kansas! Oz! I found myself falling for Garrett pretty hard. He's just so charismatic and always knows exactly what to say to put a silly grin on my face. He gives me flutterbies, as in butterflies, every time I see his name light up my screen. But I wish his face would light up my screen, not just his name. Every time I call on video chat, the room is almost pitch black, and I can only make out the shape of his head. I decided that I liked Garrett enough to want to meet in person and offered to fly to Kansas to meet him. At first he agreed, but then he told me to hold off. He said he wanted to meet me, just not right now. Then I suddenly couldn't get a hold of him. He changed his number and forgot to tell me. WTF.
Change number.
Whoa. I really like Garrett, and I want to see if there's any sort of future there for us or if I'm just wasting my time chasing a hopeless fairy tale and need your help. I think we should help this kid.
Should we wear our silly smiles?
Hey,
Zach.
what's up? Nice hair.
My wavy hair.
Yeah.
It's very natural, actually.
That is nice. So you're in Delaware.
Yes.
Have you always lived in Delaware?
I'm actually from Montana.
Oh, okay.
So, cool.
A couple of years ago, I met somebody online, surprise, surprise, and I just kind of decided to move to Delaware.
And then what happened with the guy that you moved to Delaware for?
He just wasn't really ready for a relationship.
So you're at a crossroads, and there's this guy, Garrett, in Kansas.
Yes.
Tell us about this guy.
So I have this online persona called Zachary, and Zachary is my overly gay persona that I created because I ended up in some drama amongst some Facebook friends that felt I was being too over the top. So I created a separate account that I could kind of be how I wanted to be. Pretty soon, I was getting 40 to 60 friend requests a day from people, mostly gay guys. They would be sending me messages and dick pics. I was like, oh, thank you, I'm so flattered, but no. So finally one day, Garrett made a comment on my Facebook, and I thought he was the cutest boy I'd seen. He was not like everybody else. He didn't message me. We just kind of communicated through comments here and there. And so finally one day I decided I was gonna message him, and I was like, hey, I just thought I'd stop by and say, hey, I think you're kind of cute. We started talking more frequently. Like, I've opened up to him. I've told him hopes and dreams and fears, and he seems like he genuinely cares for me. But then things got weird. He got a new phone number and just kind of forgot to tell me that he got a new phone number. He like changed jobs that I didn't know anything about. And when we Skype, it's usually at night. So I just can see like the silhouette of a face.
Oh my
Come on,
God.
Zach.
Why do you think you're so kind of
He's a
interested?
catfish.
What is it about him?
I can't explain it. He just has this air of trust around him. Like, I trust him with everything. I could see a potential future with him. But I mean, you can only know so much about a person from being online, which I learned the hard way by moving to Delaware.
You're really rolling the dice with this guy, but I'm always up for the adventure. I say, like, go for it. That's my vote.
All right, I mean, if you're going for it, I'm going for it.
Plus, you could fly out to Los Angeles.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sure the weather's probably way better in LA than it is here.
Let's walk down the yellow brick road and see what we find. Or skip, we can skip.
Sounds great.
Bring your red shoes.
All right, Zach,
Thanks,
see you
guys.
soon.
Bye. When I offered to fly out to Kansas, he was on board at first. Yeah, I'd love to see you. I was like, cool, you know, I'm gonna book my ticket. And he's like, maybe don't book it yet. And then I texted him and it didn't go through. And so I tried a few more times. It's like, message not delivered. So I sent him a Facebook message. Hey, what's up? Is your phone shut off? I kept waiting for him to message me. A couple weeks later, he's like, oh my God, I completely forgot. And
How's he gonna forget to tell you when you're his future husband?
things happen, I guess.
Hello?
Hey, it's Olga. I was supposed to pick up Garrett at the airport, and I can't get a hold of him. He was supposed to land about 20 minutes ago or so. We're sort of not sure if he got on the flight.
Is there any way to see if he got on the flight? Like, can you?
I'm trying to reach our production manager right now. It's Sunday, so maybe she's just have her phone nearby.
All right.
Weird.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. We're just gonna hang out until I hear from you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
We've lost Garrett. This is bad, though.
This is kind of what he does to me.
Is he just gonna ghost us?
Hello?
Hey, Katie. It's Neve.
Hey.
Quick question. And up.
Hello?
Oh, I'll call you. Wait, I'll call you right back.
Okay.
Who is it?
Is that him? Did he just come on his own?
Is that what's happening right now? Oh. Wait a minute.
What? It's you. Like, this is actually you. Well, come on in. We didn't know if you'd made it or not.
I landed and then I had the address, so I
So you
just kind of
jumped in a cab?
Yeah.
Look at that. Well, Max, Neve, Zach.
Hi.
We were concerned because we hadn't necessarily heard that you landed. Anyway, doesn't matter. You're here.
Okay.
So what's the deal?
Yeah. You seem exactly as you promised. We're confused.
Why didn't you FaceTime him? This is the whole mystery.
There's a lot that goes into that. This guy I was really into lived in Georgia. We did sort of an online long-distance relationship. We were together for about almost 2 years. I flew him back to Wichita. He stayed with me. Everything was cool. And then he gets a call at 3 in the morning, basically, from this guy he was dating. And I kind of flipped out.
So your ex-boyfriend had fallen in love with someone in Georgia. What was up with this whole thing with him hacking your profile?
He got really angry and then basically hacked my Facebook account. So I'm kind of hesitant to the whole long-distance online relationship.
Sure, but the whole shroud of mystery and the double profile and not telling him about your other profile.
The other profile's sort of irrelevant, the Gary one.
Right.
That's how my family and close friends used to address me. I made that profile as something I could use to hide this part of my life from my family.
So you created a second, more generic friends and family page.
Just like Zach.
So
you guys...
I grew up in a very small Catholic town.
What were you so worried that Zach would be disappointed about?
I just kind of felt that I didn't want to let you down. That's why I didn't basically show myself the whole FaceTime thing, because I was still like trying to keep my guard up. And I was kind of hesitant because you also had 2 Facebook profiles.
So hold on a second. So there's no big,
crazy
what's the big deal? Thing that you've been hiding?
It's basically, I just didn't want to be vulnerable to another person. Falling for someone online and being vulnerable to them, it's kind of nerve-wracking.
I offered to come to Kansas to see you. So why didn't you want me to come see you?
Basically, when I first came out, my family told me to lie. They told me to keep everything to myself, tell nobody, and basically be like their straight son. So I was terrified for our first time to meet to be where they're at. I wanted to meet you first before I start telling my family. There's this great guy that I met that I'm super into, and
is that true?
Yes.
That
you
into him?
You met a great guy and you're super into him?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Zach, how do you feel right now? You've been very quiet.
I'm kind of shocked that you turned out to be who you said you were going to be. We probably have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, there's a lot we should probably talk about.
I'm going to go to our email here. Here's the email from Tamira, and the subject is Blinded by Love. Hey, Neve and Kimmy. My name is Tamira, and I really need your help. My best friend, Jason, has been talking to a guy named Keith for the past 2 years. And Jason tells me he loves him and even wants to marry him. Keith is sweet, sexy, and attentive. And Jason won't stop talking about this guy. But Jason lives in LA. And this Keith guy lives in Detroit. And they've never met or even FaceTimed. He has stood Jason up multiple times. Recently, Jason went to Detroit.
And let me guess, nothing happened.
He went all the way there and Keith stood him up again. This has all gone on too long. He needs help seeing the signs. You guys are my last hope. Tamyra. Oh!
Hello, Jason.
Hey, surprise!
Oh, you OMG, I can't even believe this right now.
Did you think this whole quarantine was gonna stop us?
Well, I mean...
Nothing can stop Catfish.
Yeah, I guess not.
We heard a little bit about your relationship with Keith, and we're very curious to learn a little bit more.
So I've been single for like four years. I was in a relationship for quite some time. And I was doing hair with a lot of different celebrity stylists and stuff. And I was getting a lot of Instagram followers. So I was scrolling through it, and then I came across his introduction. He was like, I think you're attractive. I was like, okay, I think you're attractive too.
What is it about him that you're so in love with?
I like how I'm treated. I like how I'm spoken to. I like the way that you pay attention to me. He just fills that little void that's there.
Tamyra mentioned that like you guys have talked about being together and maybe even getting married.
Just so it doesn't seem so crazy.
It already seems pretty crazy.
And I brought up marriage because I was engaged before, and I would like to create my own family. So, you know, it's something that's on the table.
And he wants to start a family?
Yeah, he was cool with that. We're in a place where we want to be together, and now, unfortunately, we can't even make that happen because of this, and God knows how long this could even take, you know?
You did try to see him in Detroit or something?
I was in Detroit. I got stuck there for like an 11-hour layover. I had to hit him up. He was on his way over with his friend, and he said his friend's car broke down. I was annoyed because I told him, I said, you keep making excuses all the time. So I said to him, you know, I'm not going to keep doing a long distance relationship. I think that you should move to LA. He comes to LA for work sometimes.
Oh, like since you've been talking to him?
He actually texted me the other night and said that he's surprised he came here.
Wait. This week?
There's no way.
I don't know.
It's COVID-19 and you fly to LA?
Listen, if he's here, he's stupid because one, I will not see you. You need to go sit down somewhere for 2 weeks.
You have not ever FaceTimed with this person, but they can fly to LA because they want to see you so badly during the middle of a pandemic?
Right. Why not FaceTime me? Why not Zoom me? Why not Skype? I mean, you send them money.
Oh, what? What happened?
You up so bad.
You sent him money?
I did send him money once. It was to get another phone as the other one was broken.
How much money was it?
It was like $800.
He still hasn't FaceTime you on the phone you bought.
Ooh. Yeah. All right. Speaking of red flags here, we looked at his Instagram. What the hell's going on? There are pictures of different guys on there.
No, some of those pictures of him when he was younger.
So like before he had the tattoos and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, you know how often people get tattoos. They could have one today and not yesterday.
I think clearly there are a couple images on his Instagram that are questionable.
The faces are different people.
These are two different people, like skin tone.
Does that just not bother you?
It is him.
What will it mean for you if this guy isn't who he says he is?
I would hate it. I mean, it would mean that, you know, just another deceitful bastard. You know what I mean? I'm not convinced that he's not him. Everybody wants the truth. And This is the perfect time to get it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do some research, see what we can find out about this guy, and at the very least try and get you guys to finally video chat.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can definitely get him to take off those rose-colored glasses.
Thank God for having good friends like that because they always got your back.
Exactly.
We'll speak to you guys soon, all right?
See you guys later. Have a good day.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh man.
Where are my flags when I need them?
Most of this guy's story.
Is bull.
Yeah, right.
There's something about this Keith guy that is keeping him around.
Keith is an absurdly bold liar who will say anything. I definitely think this guy's getting messed with to a very large degree.
Normally we have like a little bit of an inkling, like the door will open. There is nothing that is like preparing this moment.
Unless we made the Zoom calls, maybe there's a way you can do it like so people have to request. Oh. Is that Keith there?
First of all, y'all can't just come barge into my life. Like, what is this y'all trying to do? Why do I have to reveal myself now? That's what I want to know.
Why wouldn't you ever reveal yourself before? You have been scamming me for 2 years.
I did not want to hurt you.
What would hurt me? The vision of you? The sight of your face? Like, what's supposed to hurt me?
I mean, obviously the guy in the picture, you feel like the guy is fake, but you still have been in love with me and my personality.
But who are you? When do I get to see who you are? Like, you see me right now. This is exactly what you see. All day, every day, Instagram, whatever.
Okay, fine. All y'all coming at me sideways. Like, y'all making me nervous.
All right, hey.
Hi.
Hi. What's the problem, Keith?
Because I don't want to deal. Like, I'm already hurt. I'm embarrassed. Y'all got me on this camera. Now what? Like, what's up?
You're an attractive guy. What is the tea?
It's no tea.
Wait, let's just clear something up. So wait, Keith, that's your name, right? Keith?
My name is Tay.
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 All right, well, nice to meet you. And you live in Detroit?
Correct.
What do you do for work?
I am like a model, a fashion model, and stuff like that.
Is there a reason why you haven't in the last 2 years told him the truth about who you are?
I didn't mean to catfish you. Like, this is not a fish fry. But that's the only way that I could get with you.
You didn't even try to hit me up this way first. So you never gave me the opportunity to get to know you.
We actually met a couple times. And I didn't know how he was going to react because...
Where?
I met you in LA, out before at like a couple of clubs out there. We actually had conversations and exchanged numbers, but you never called the number, so I assumed at that point, like, I wasn't your type and, you know, you weren't feeling me.
I meet a lot of people when I go out, but I don't know.
I reveal myself, so now, like, y'all want to see the whole... So basically, what you telling me is that you don't even recognize me at all.
No, I don't remember you. I don't have a Tay in my phone, period.
Why Jason's great, but like why do all of this and go to such great lengths? Did you create this page and like customize it just for Jason?
Yeah, Jason, he got, I don't know how, I'm attracted to his lifestyle and what he do and what he can bring to the table, so that's what I like.
Do you really like Jason for him, or is it just what you see on Instagram because you know he's popping?
I mean, at first when it all started off, like, it was like that. It was just like for him, it was for the lifestyle. But then once I actually got to know him over the time, things did grow, and now I do have feelings for him. But I'm gonna just be honest, I do have a boyfriend in real life.
You gotta go. You're whack.
Nah, listen.
No, you. I don't want to listen to you. Liar. Lying ass.
Pause. Hold on. Jason, he has did more for me over the 2 years than my actual, you know, the person who I'm dating. Jason, he buys me red bottoms and everything like that.
Bitch, don't lie.
So that's what the money was for, that Jason was sending you for red bottoms?
Suppose it was for a phone.
But yeah, I did give me a pair of Christian Louboutins.
So you want to have your cake and eat it too. You want to have a boyfriend in real life in Detroit. You want to have a sugar daddy that lives in LA. What do you think that this is?
Tell your little boo to go get him a job where he can afford your lifestyle that you want to have, which is the one that I currently live, which neither one of you bitches will get.
I gotta say, I'm not really buying it. You seem like you made a profile to talk to successful guys who have following to see who will fall for it and send you money. You're like a con artist. That's the vibe I'm getting.
That's crazy. See, it's like, and it's not even like that. My loyalty lies to Jason more than anybody because I've been waiting for 2 years.
Yeah, but I don't buy that because your aunt called and said for me to stop ruining the perfect relationship.
Yeah, because strange people keep calling her phone.
We didn't call her, she called us.
Your aunt contacted us and left us a very sassy voicemail.
She just don't want y'all just all up in my space because my boyfriend actually just like proposed to me 2 weeks ago.
So you're engaged. You don't have a boyfriend, you have a fiance.
I said yes, here's my ring right here. I said yes. The wedding is actually in Cali, so I'll leave the wedding the way how it is, and then I'll just replace the person who I'm marrying now with Jason.
Boy, bye.
Look, we gotta figure out what's going on here. Let's take a break.
I'm gonna take a break.
Okay. Let Jason think about this and see what we want to do. Tay, we'll be in touch with you shortly.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
What is with that guy? I mean, I don't believe anything he says.
He's full of bull.
Full of.
We need to figure out if this guy has anything real to tell us, because if not, we're done.
Who the was I in a relationship with? Because you're just a bamboozling lying bastard.
Eve and I both think he's full of. I want to know if you actually think that you have met him in real life.
No, we never had a dialogue. You never called me, I never called you. You didn't text me, I didn't text you. I'll tell you one thing that I know for sure. This person is all about my lifestyle.
Clout
chaser.
This is all just like a performance for him. The hits just keep coming, you know? Oh, and by the way, this, and oh, and I'm in a relationship, and actually, he's my fiance.
He's an actor. He is an actor.
But guess what, honey? There's no mother tickets to your show, and nobody is sitting in front row.
Facts.
I'm gonna assume that you're not interested in Tay.
No, I am not.
I would be concerned if you were.
Help me meet my tomorrow.
Very poetic.
Sounds like we might be doing some time traveling. Dear Neve and Max, my name is Tyreme, and I'm 27-year-old father of 2, living in Newport News,
Virginia. Newport News, Virginia.
About 9 months ago, I met the girl of my dreams.
Her name is Tomorrow.
Wait.
Her name is Tomorrow.
When he says, help me meet my tomorrow, he literally means tomorrow. We started talking on Facebook and immediately exchanged numbers. We talk daily, and she has become my best friend. She is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
It's hard to tell the difference between new love and a true love that will never ever fail.
She was there to comfort me when I lost 2 people I love.
Out of the shadows, I'll come dancing and laughing. Can you hear it?
I'm ready to move to Alabama to be with her. Wow. I talk to her all the time, and I've even talked to her family over the phone. I know tomorrow is the one for me, and I hope this relationship is my last. But there are some things that just don't make sense to me. I've asked to video chat with Tomorrow multiple times, but she says her camera is broken. I mean, come on.
How often do cameras break? They don't break that often.
No. We've tried to meet, but she lives in Alabama, and money has always kept us apart. I'm at a point in my life where I want to settle down, but I'm just starting to think that something isn't right. Please help me meet her in person and finally figure out if this is the woman I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Thanks, Tyreme.
This is gonna get really confusing though, talking about tomorrow. When are we gonna meet tomorrow?
Do you want to meet tomorrow? All right, well, why don't we get Tyreme on Skype-a-roo? Oh, hey. Tyreme, what's up?
What's up, fellas?
So tell us a little bit more about you. What do you do in Newport News, Virginia?
At the moment, I'm unemployed, but I like to draw, and I'm a great artist. So everybody, be like, Ty, why don't you, do tattoos or anything? I would like to try that.
How'd you meet Tomorrow?
One night I had, posted something, and she liked it. Then, I sent her a message. The night we started talking up, late. We exchanged numbers.
What does Tomorrow look like?
Like a goddess. Just a beautiful, beautiful woman. Fall asleep on the phone, call each other in the morning, throughout the day we'll talk and text. So I asked her, would she want to, date me first? She said no at first, and then the day after, she turned around and asked me. I said, sure.
Tell us a little bit more about her. How old is she? What does she do?
She's 25. She works at a nursing home in the kitchen.
And what do you love about tomorrow?
She'll be there for me. I'll be there for her through whatever. We're both diabetics. When she told me that, I was like, oh, damn. She doesn't, really keep up with it. So I try to help her out as much as I can. A couple days ago, she left work because she was feeling lightheaded and everything. I'm like, hey, it's maybe your diabetes. She's like, well, that's the same thing my mom said. I'm like, well, you need to listen to us. I've talked to her mother, talked to uncle, aunt. I even talked to her grandfather.
Wow.
Really?
So it can't be the same person doing all those voices, right?
Nah.
Has she ever sent you a video message or anything?
Nothing video, just
no video. Not even something that she made in a video and then sent to you?
Nope.
What do you want to happen?
I want this relationship to be my last relationship. I'm pretty sure that she wants the same thing. I love this girl. And I even bought her a big teddy bear for Valentine's Day, though, which I haven't sent to her yet. I want to give it to her in person. That's what I want to do.
I hope we can make that happen for you.
Please, please, please. I would love for you guys to. Really.
All right, well, sit tight. We'll come to Virginia. Hopefully we'll meet tomorrow and your whole life will change.
You mean we'll meet up tomorrow?
We'll meet up
with you tomorrow.
We'll meet up with tomorrow. That's
we'll meet up with tomorrow
in a couple of days.
Right.
All right, sit tight. We'll see you soon, okay?
All right, peace out.
Bye. Okay, start at the top. Okay, so this is tomorrow?
Yeah.
She's very pretty.
She is. She's got an iPhone 6.
Yeah, that's an iPhone 6.
Every phone has 2 cameras.
Yeah.
So both cameras on her phone are broken?
That's her sister's phone.
Oh.
Sure it is.
Okay, what is that, Missouri State?
Yeah.
Mississippi State.
Are you sure?
That says
That says Missouri.
Missouri.
Oh.
Does it? Oh, someone's coming. Someone's coming right now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
How you doing?
Neve.
Christina.
Christina, yes. We saw your Facebook page. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just
Cool.
a little nervous.
You're nervous?
Mhm.
Okay, well, so are we. We're really not sure what to expect.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know TYREME at all.
I heard of him, but I don't know him. at all.
Okay. Well, this is TYREME.
Nice to meet you.
Same you.
And do you know Latrice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Shadija.
Yeah, I know her as well.
You know,
too.
okay, so did they all get my messages?
I'm not sure, but when you replied to me, I know I had to, reply because I feel kind of responsible for some of it.
Oh, okay, well, is it just you here right now?
No. Well, you guys came to Dothan, so I guess it's time for us to kind of, reveal everything that's going on.
Okay.
Okay. All right, just for a second.
Okay. Ooh. She says she's sort of kind of involved,
Yeah,
but
she
not
said,
really.
right. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe there are like 7 girls that are in love with you.
Hi, tomorrow.
Did you say that you're tomorrow?
Yes, I'm tomorrow.
You're tomorrow.
Oh.
And you're Latrice.
Okay, hi. I'm Neve.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Max.
Nice to meet you.
And this is TYREME. So is it just you guys here right now, or?
Yes, it's just us.
Okay.
What's the story?
Okay, I'm just her best friend. She told me about this a couple months ago and stuff like that. And when she told me about it, I kind of, thought it was, at some point in time, you have to come clean. So that's why we're here.
I never meant to hurt you, Ty.
I made a fake page to get back at my ex, which never happened. So one day I was like in his post and it went from there. But I never thought I was gonna fall in love with someone over the internet.
Why though? I mean, you could've, you know me, I didn't cut everything with you straight and...
I have asked you questions about myself and you have gave me answers that I really didn't want to hear.
As tomorrow, you asked him about
Me.
you.
Yes, sir.
What kind of questions were you asking him?
Basically, is I'm his type, and he was like, no, he would never date someone like me. And when my feelings got deeper and deeper, it's plenty of times I was like, Ty, will you go with her? He was like, no, she's ugly. To the point I started dogging myself out. Yes, she is ugly. Yes, she is big.
You talked to Tamara about Latrice and used some of that language?
Yeah, because she, you know.
But it's kind of made me nervous even more. To like, Tyreme, that's not me on the picture, but everything I said, it's me. Only the picture was fake.
And whose phone are you using?
It's my phone.
Why is it in her name?
She's underneath the same account with me.
And who's Shadisha?
That's my baby sister.
That's your little sister.
So how many people are reading the texts that you send to Tamara?
Just one person?
Just you.
But he's talked to other people.
Right.
He spoke to my mom. She didn't know what was going on.
You said you guys spoke about diabetes.
Yes, I do have diabetes. That is true.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
that's the one thing that is true.
Yes, sir.